CA Yash Goenka is an associate director at TMSL. He is a chartered accountant by qualification and has over 9 years of extensive work experience in the field of tax technology, ERP implementation, and tax implementations. His domain expertise includes GST and erstwhile indirect taxes. He has substantial experience in advisory, compliance, refund assessments, representation, and litigation. Some of Yash's credentials include designing and implementation of multiple hyper-automation solutions for clients across industries, automated the complete GSTR1 filing process for one of the largest e-commerce operator. He has implemented VAT in Oman for one of the biggest conglomerate of Oman Sultanate. He has implemented GST for one of the largest FMCG industry. He has been a trainer to multiple organizations, including tax departments on tax technology.
Let us now begin this special session on tax technology with CA Yash Goenka, sir. Over to you, sir.
Check, check. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Like the energy already. So, hope you guys had an amazing lunch. Before we deep dive into our today's topic, I would like an alignment from all of you guys. How many of y'all would be working on Excel? I would say all. And don't you guys believe or think that after learning so much in our CA curriculum, the multiple case laws which we read on a daily basis, we are doing a crime by working only on Excel? Yes? So, yes, I still believe that Excel के बिना life नहीं चल सकता. But life improve हो सकता है. So, जैसे कि AI में काफ़ी लोगों ने देखा होगा that AI, whether AI will replace human lives. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. But yes, if you know AI, you will definitely replace others. So let me start with a philosophy which I believe. Today's wow is tomorrow's ordinary. And today's ordinary is tomorrow's obsolete. थोड़ा relate कर पाएंगे when we see this. पहले physical return filing होता था. Then तभी वो ऐसा लग रहा था normal है. But then we shifted to online return filing. At that time it was considered wow. Today we just consider it as ordinary. That okay, there is nothing in that. What is today's wow? Is API and auto population. That आपका system से automatically data portal पे जा रहा है. Like in 2017, it was still considered wow. By many people, it is still considered wow. But it is now ordinary and soon will be obsolete. So what is today's wow that we can say that yes, this is something which will be there in the near future? No touch return. आपका data automatically पोर्टल पे जा चुका होगा and आपको खाली verify करना होगा and the returns will get filed. Hence no touch return. Again, कितना होगा possible है नहीं है is still a question. Then is no return at all. And this is happening at multiple European countries wherein they do not have any returns. Department auto computes that आपने कितना tax pay किया है, आपके कितने assets है, whether you are short paying any liabilities. And automatically they come and tell you that this is what you have underpaid or you have underassessed. So yes, no return is also a possibility. So life is a race. It will continue to be a race. Now, this is my thought process on technology. Others might have a different view. But I believe that ये chronology में follow करेंगे. So you will definitely achieve what you want to achieve in the best way. सो फर्स्ट आप अपना डेटा मैनेजमेंट पे काम करोगे, दैट अगर आपका डेटा ही करेक्ट नहीं है तो आप कितना भी ऑटोमेट कर लो वो करेक्ट नहीं होगा. So first is data, wherein you will work on data ingestion, cloud computing, and data cleansing. That is anything and everything related to your data. Then you work on the process automation, that is your activity automation, process automation, and your decision-making automation. कैसे cover होता है and everything we will cover in our next slides. Then we come to productivity, wherein we collaborate and we have an effective workflow. So what is collaboration? I am assuming काफी लोगों को समझ गया होगा, but workflow is something which I would like to speak for a minute. Whenever you have any system जहाँ पे आप multiple लोगों को connect कर रहे हो, is your workflow. Say suppose आपने एक invoice आया है and it automatically goes in the processing stage wherein multiple people will be approving or rejecting or raising concerns. So that is nothing but your workflow management. Coming to analytics, a very critical part, very demanding in the industry today. अगर आपको analytics आता है, then you are already 5x of your current salary. So analytics is something which is very demanding in all the industries. Customer interface, many startups are failing here. Because what they try to do is, before working on the above 4, they directly start and working on customer interface. अगर आपके पास डेटा ही करेक्ट नहीं है तो आप क्लाइंट पोर्टल बना के आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, आप उसको अल्टीमेटली रॉन्ग आंसर दोगे. दैट इज वेयर द मेजर स्टार्टअप्स आर फेलिंग, दैट उनका यूजर इंटरफेस तो अच्छा है बट आगे डेटा बराबर नहीं है. Coming to the few jargons which you would have heard very recently and very frequently in these years. Principally, these are not new. You guys would have played chess during your old school days. Nice. So when the computer was planning its move, depending upon your recent move, it was nothing but AI. तभी मालूम नहीं था कि वो AI है. और आज AI को इतना बड़ा बना दिया है that it seems to be a new concept. But it is not a new concept, but yes, an ever-changing environment, you can say. I'll take the three together, AI, ML, and DL. That is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Many people are using these terms interchangeably, but this is not so. All three are different. AI, you can say, is the main set. ML and DL are supersets. So anything which is a deep learning will definitely be an AI. But all AIs are not deep learning. क्या होता है? Let's take an example. If you have an invoice of say XYZ vendor, and you tell the system that whenever you want to reconcile this invoice of XYZ vendor, always remove the suffix of the financial year. Now this you have given a very specific rule-based activity to the system. Here you are not asking system to do any learning on its own, or you are not unstructuring the data. You are directly giving a rule. That is AI. When you ask the system that for this vendor, reconcile the invoices basis analyzing the past 2 years data, that is nothing but machine learning. That आप system को बोल रहे हो खुद से ही understand the differences or the reconciliations from the past years. That is machine learning. Deep learning is where you have unstructured data and you are asking the system to structure it and reconcile it. So that is the difference between AI, ML, and DL. Coming to hyperautomation, before hyperautomation, let me just touch base with RPA, that is robotic process automation. Robotic process automations are software robots. If you know that these are the 10 activities that you do, you just have to explain to your RPA developer that these 10 things automate for me. All you need to do is, you need to give him the rules which you are following and the sequence which you are following. If you know this, then the process can be automated through RPA solutions. Hyperautomation is nothing but combination of RPA plus any of the AI technologies. So if you are combining RPA with ML, RPA with DL, RPA with AI, it is hyperautomation. Data analytics, very, as we discussed in the previous slide also, it is quite in demand. CFO dashboards fall a part of data analytics. Tableau and Power BI, if you guys would have heard, are nothing but data analytic tools. Blockchain. In the tax fraternity, I would say this is something which we can see in coming 5 years, 10 years, or maybe never. Because what it does is it tracks the original document to the final document. Example, if we have a fake invoicing and we want to track that who was the original creator of this document, basis the final invoicing which is there in after the 10 rounds of iterations, etc. with any person. So if the system can track back that this is the document with X person, but I want to get to know that who was the A person who had initiated this, and if system can do it, it is nothing but blockchain. Cryptocurrency, okay, I don't think relevant for tax, but yes, technologically, whatever money is there is cryptocurrency. IoT, Internet of Things, whenever you have any hardware and you have sensors or any software tools inbuilt into that, it is IoT. How can we relate it to the tax world? If you have any scanner and that can scan the invoice basis the QR code available on the invoice and automatically do your postings and also give an alert to the vendor that we have received this invoice and also give an alert to the person who is going to approve that invoice. That is IoT. This is something which we can see coming up in a near year. Technology in tax, automation is cost cutting by tightening the corners and not cutting them. As I explained earlier also, that Excel के बिना life नहीं चलेगा, I still continue with that statement. But Excel में जो चीजें हो रही है, that can be automated. And hence we are saying that we don't want to eliminate any process. We just want to tighten that process so that the manual things which we are doing, that can be stopped. So anything and everything around the tax is automated or can be automated. Example, digital tax governance. This is the vertical where a department is leading than many of the multinational companies. Nobody was expecting that, yes, so many notices can be issued and so many data points can be available with the department. But yes, that is happening. So anything and everything basically is covered here. Let me not bore you with the terminologies. Let me directly come up with the case studies so that आप relate कर पाओगे कि ये process हम करते तो है और ये automate हो सकता है. आप बैंक रिकन्सिलेशन करते हो, 26AS रिकन्सिलेशन करते हो, MIS बनाते हो, CFO डैशबोर्ड्स बनाते हो. बट इसको बनाने के बाद का काम is where the CA should step in and not in preparing those. And hence we have to focus on the matar paneer and not preparing them. Onboarding automation. So आप vendor को onboard करना तो चाहते हो, but हो नहीं पाता है. Because there are multiple checks and balances which you want to have. And again, this can be automated. For example, GST portal से आपको उसका GST frequency मिल जाएगा. आप आज के टाइम पे vendor onboarding team को बोलोगे कि ये वो check करो जाके, आप खुद ही system को बोलो कि get me those data. E-invoicing portal, whether he is enabled for e-invoice or no. Department is giving that functionality on the NIC portal. You have to go and get those details. I am saying you don't go, let the RPA solution go and get it for you. Similarly, income tax portal, whatever reconciliations we are doing, let it be automated and then let's work on the unreconciled part. That is where we will have to come into picture that ये reconcile हो क्यों नहीं रहा. Tax process automation. What 4 things which we are doing while return filing? Collation, validation, return preparation and reconciliation. भगवान अगले साल बुक्स बराबर से संभालूंगा, ये टाइम रिको देख ले. This is what we say every year, and this is what the client says every year, but the story continues. So we have to accept that ये एक problem ऐसे ही रहेगा. Let's arrive at a solution instead of saying that we will not repeat it next year. Accept the fact that we are going to be this, and let's automate that. Reimbursement automations. So slight background on the GST part before we go here. Whenever we are traveling through air, the airlines issues an invoice, and for that you have to have that airline invoice in your system rather than the air ticket. So there is a functionality wherein airlines say that you go on the airline portal and download it. I am going to email it to you, but again you will not forward it to your accounts team, etc. Similarly is happening with hotel reimbursements also. I am traveling to Pune today from Mumbai. I am going to stay here and I am going to incur that expense. That invoice I might take in the company's name, but I might not forward it to the accounts team. I'll say that I have paid, you have to reimburse it to me. So system will say that they have paid X amount to Yash, but it will for hotel. It will not say that they have paid it to the hotel. So hotel reimbursements also fall here. And similarly is with shipping lines. So here we have to reconcile 3 data sources. That is Yash, amount paid to Yash, amount paid by Yash to the hotel, and ultimately the amount uploaded by the hotel. So all the 3 sources get reconciled here. Hence I say this is an astronaut spin, because आपके पास काफी ये complicated हो जाता है when we are trying to do it manually. Bulk email sending. Those who working on GST will relate this, because for whatever unreconciled transactions we are having, we have to send emails to the vendors. So bulk email sending, yes, there are options available in the MS Office also, wherein आप bulk emails भेज सकते हो, but it is better to have an RPA solution, because then it can filter data automatically and send you relevant information with a customization to that email. So if an email comes to me, dear Yash, you have not uploaded 4 invoices of yours, I will action on it. Whereas, dear sir, madam, there are some invoices not uploaded by you, I might still ignore it. So before we go deep dive into the automations for any client, we should conduct a PPDT analysis. What is PPDT? People, Process, Data, Technology. If you have the right set of people, then only you should automate. Otherwise, you need to replace that person. Because any process or any inefficient process automated will increase your inefficiency. So process first have to be effective and then it should be automated. Similarly, process, if you know the process, then go ahead and start the automation. But if you are saying that there are 4 people working on those processes and I am not aware about it and I want to automate, first take an understanding that वो करते क्या हैं. Data, अगर आपका data ही सही नहीं है, whatever automations you will do, it will falter. And then ultimately technology, if you are using your old age laptops or desktops, and those systems do not even support the technology which you are going to adopt, it doesn't make sense. Hence, PPDT analysis plays an important role. Why RPA? It is very flexible. If you have given 5 rules today and you just want to add 1 more, it is very easy to adapt. Hence, very flexible, quick go live. You will see RPA projects being go live or being deployed in a day or 2 also. So it is that easy to make, develop and deploy. Scalable and traceable. It will give you that these were the transactions which were there, or these were the logs which were there earlier and not there now. So it is easy to go back to the previous version. And technically integrated. You can integrate RPA solutions with any ERP, with any other workflow management or any other technology that you're using. Again, an example on RPA related to tax. The 5 things that you do: gather data, you consolidate, you do your validations, you prepare your returns, you have the entries posted in your ERP, and then ultimately you file your returns and give the summary to the management. So the entire thing can be done through automation. As given in the introduction also, we have automated this for one of the largest e-com, wherein the data volume was broadly 24 crores. Data sources were 28. So there were 28 different e-commerce websites which they were having, 28 lines of business which they were having. And it was practically not possible for them to consolidate and reconcile because their ERP was saying a different number. This entire process we had done, and I would suggest that whenever you guys are doing compliances for any of your clients, have an eye that are you repeating the same thing in the next month? If yes, then you should automate. If no, then there is something grossly wrong because return is same, data source is same, only the data is going to change. Hyper automation, as we discussed briefly earlier, anything combined with RPA is hyper automation. So whenever you find an activity which your company is doing, and you are saying that there is no specific rule after a particular set of activities, there is a decision which is required. That is also doable, but you need to hyper automate that because then you will have to combine the AI part over there, wherein you will explain the system that how do you arrive at a logic or how do you arrive at a decision. It will never happen that the auditor or the accountant is taking a decision that no, I want to say this as eligible or I want to say this is not allowed as a deduction. There will be some set of rules which he is having in his back of mind. So that logic preparation is something which has to be done. And when you do that, it is hyper automation. So three things broadly comes in the mind whenever we talk about hyper automation. How can hyper automation make my business more effective? Whether it is going to actually make my business more effective. Whether all functions are getting covered and what are the tools that can be used. We have a vendor. We have to do his onboarding in the ERP, so we will do the checks. When we want to do those checks, there are multiple things which we want to do. So these are the bots which can be used. There is one bot called as KYB bot, Know Your Vendor, wherein it will do your GSTN checks, e-invoicing check, fake invoicing check. There is MCA bot, as MCA establishes or provides information on the companies which are stricken off. So वो भी हमको check करना है. So उसके लिए भी there are solutions. And then there is MSME. If he has given you the MSME number, whether that is still valid or not, आप उससे declaration ले रहे हो आज के time पे. I am saying don't take the declaration, just take the number and go on the MSME portal and check. So all the three are available as solutions. Once this is done and you get a yes, then you finally onboard in the ERP. अभी ERP में onboard हो गया, but that took say a couple of months to do it. And then you want to issue him a PO. Before issuing a PO, again you will like to check that yes, these things are still there or no. And then you will ultimately receive the goods or the services and you will do the GRN in your ERP. So now how does your GRN get validated? If you have the truck or a vehicle getting your goods at the gate of your factory, currently there are multiple things being done manually. And this is being done by many multinational companies also. But जब आपने already उसको data इतना दिया हुआ है, in the e-way bill, that in e-way bill you have already mentioned that these are the goods being sent, this is the vehicle which is being sent, this is the invoice which I'm going to issue against this e-way bill. Let the system auto-validate that. Let the system get the PO details from the ERP and let it give an alert that these are the 5 things that you are going to receive. Ultimately, that one person will just do a double check that yes, this is correct. Once that is done, you will do the GRN in your system. And then you will ultimately record the invoice. This is where automation plays a very, very critical role, because if you have automated here, then your reconciliation issues are quite reduced. So if you, there is a technology called OCR, many of you all would have heard. There is a improvised version of OCR, which is now called as IDP. That is nothing but OCR with AI. What it does is, उसको एक invoice दोगे, उसको मालूम है कि invoice number ऐसा कुछ दिखता है जो कहीं पे भी हो सकता है. OCR के time पे we had to give them the marking that invoice number will be available only here. In IDP you don't have to do that. In IDP, system auto identifies that invoice number can be anywhere, and this is how something is going to look. This is how the GSTN will look. This is how the recipient GSTN will look. So that is IDP. And then ultimately auto reconciling with 2A. Many of you all might ask, sir, why 2A and why not GSTR 2B? This is because we are just recording the invoice. We have not yet checked whether that invoice is actually past those due dates or no. So it is possible that he is enabled for e-invoice, but he is not yet due to file the GSTR 1. So you will process the invoice. Before making the payment, I am saying you check with GSTR 2B. And then you ultimately do those checks again, whether those vendor is having the valid GSTN, etc. or no. Because when we had issued the PO, at that time it was valid. Whether it is valid now or no is something which we should revalidate. And that is what is getting covered here. And 180 days payment, etc. Whatever checks and balances which we are doing manually, we should have them automated. And if yes, then we should make the payment. Otherwise, we should hold the payment. So this is on the P2P model. Similarly, it works for the R2R module as well. जहाँ पे आप accounting के लिए you will do the ERP systems implementations. You will get the accounting entries automated. You will have the RPA solutions being used in the accounting system. For reporting, again, you can use customized T-codes and batch reports. This is related to your ERP. FPA and analysis, here are the analytic tools which will play a role. Treasury and risk management. Yeah. So treasury and risk management, AI plays a role, and audit. Sir, ये नहीं चल रहा है आपका? नहीं चल रहा है ये. Audit is where ML plays a role. Similarly, O2C. Can you go to the previous slide? Previous. Yeah. O2C, accounts receivable, dispute and deduction management, billing, order management, etc. can be automated. Recruitment, customer relationships, advance and leave recording, everywhere RPA solutions are doing wonders. Now coming to enterprise modernization, again a key term which you will hear when you are visiting in your clients, that hyper automation to ho gaya, but what about enterprise modernization? So enterprise modernization is again hyper automation plus digitization. So earlier we had learned that what is hyper automation, it was AI, ML plus RPA. Now it is hyper automation plus digitization. Digitization is nothing but whatever invoices you are having, you should have it in the electronic form. So workflow management also forms a part of digitizations. So usse kya hoga? Validation, compliance and litigations will get automated. A few examples of enterprise modernizations. I'll just take a couple of minutes more. So error reports, logic derivation, arithmetic calculations, self-heal errors, and controls, checks and balances. Whatever we are doing in validations, everything is getting covered here. Similarly for compliance, whatever parts are there, legislation checks, integrated approach for tax compliances, everything is, anything and everything under compliances are covered. Coming to the litigations part, I believe there are only two things which will prevail in the tax fraternity 5 years down the lane. One is tax technology and second is litigation. Compliances will be ruled out depending upon the speed with which the systems are going to work. But yes, litigations will definitely prevail, and you should have a system starting now so that you don't have to worry at a later point. You should have the data in place. You should have system which stores the return filing data or the backend data, the supporting data, because the person who has filed the compliance now will not be there after 5 years when you are going to receive the notice. So that is on litigation. Any questions, any guys? Anyone would like to know that if this is the process, whether that can be automated or no? Anyone? Okay. Thank you, guys. I give it to Ishika.
Thank you so much, sir. I would request Vaishnavi to please come forward and present a vote of thanks.
On behalf of Pimpri Chinchwad branch of WIRC of ICAI, I, Vaishnavi Dangle, the co-opted Vice Chairperson of Vikasa, thank Yash Goyan sir for the amazing session conducted by him. Machines and AI know how to do their tasks. How to make them do it is the skill we need in today's world. And CA Yash Goyana sir showed us exactly how to obtain that skill. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we have a round of applause, please? For the next session, I would like to call upon Shraddha Kote, please.
So I'll be sharing with you the guidelines to be known by y'all. Please listen with all your attention. So the first guideline is a quiz round is of 5 questions. So it will be asked after each technical session. So since morning we had some technical sessions, so now we are having quiz. It's based on the technical knowledge that you have gained in the session. Please save this number. I'm just saying you a number. Save it in your forms where you have to answer the quiz answers, okay? To save this number, it's of ICI Nigadi branch. Save this number, 95 03 111 836. I repeat the phone number 9503 111 836. Save it in your phone. The correct answer should be texted on this number on WhatsApp with your full name. I repeat, you have to enter your full name with the correct choice. Only then I'll consider your answer to be correct. If the answer is prompted out loudly, the question would be disqualified. So it's upon you to not prompt it loudly in order to achieve the gift that you'll be getting. Winner would be the one who answers first. So the criteria is that you have to be as early as possible in order to win the quiz. Please do not search the answer on the internet. That's the basic requirement. If you guys search the answer on the internet, that will not be considered. People will be called on stage to explain why the answer was correct. So be attentive on the way you answer the question, also the reason that you are applying to give that answer. Winners would be announced of each round and prizes would be given in the valedictory session. So when the session of both the days is over, the winners would be announced and they would be given prizes. So there are 20 questions. There are 4 rounds, 20 questions, so 5 rounds each. And the most important guideline is don't spam. Don't spam your answers. Once you have typed your answer, we have received it. And if you spam, your contact would be immediately falling on the top of the screen. So your answer would anyway not be considered as the first one. So make sure you don't spam. Just type your answer once with the correct option, the answer, and your full name. Only then I'll be considering your answer to be correct. I'm in the backstage considering your answers. By the time Varun will take over of the questions and he'll be asking you the questions, make sure that you are honest to your own self. You'll be getting 30 seconds to answer each question. Am I clear? Any doubts? I think I'm clear.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Varun Gogia. I'm here to carry forward the quiz session. Let me start with the question number 1. The income arising from the transfer of virtual digital asset shall be taxed at the rate of dash. Option number A, 25%. Option number B, 15%. Option number C, 30%. Option number D, 20%. Your timer starts now. No discussion, please. Only WhatsApp on the given number. Last 5 seconds. Stop.
The one who has given the correct answer, which was, received, yeah. Sure. The first one to answer will be sent on, as a reply, okay. So if you have received okay, that means you are the winner. So I'll not be announcing the names, but I'll be sending you a message called okay.
Go and segregate your first question. I'm starting with the question number 2. What is the rate of TDS on transfer of virtual digital asset? Your options are option number A, 2%, option number B, 3%, option number C, 1%, option number D, 6%. Your timer starts now. Please WhatsApp on the given number displayed with your name, with your full name. Last 5 seconds. Question number 3 is here. What is the full form of VDA? What is the full form of VDA? Option number A, variable daily allowance. Option number B, variable dearness allowance. Option number C, variable dearness access. Option number D, venture dearness allowance. No discussions, please. Text on the number, whatever query you are having, it will be solved on the spot, but after the session. Do not interrupt in the middle. Time's up. Question number 4 is here. VDA does not depend on which of the following? Base index, option number A. Option number B, consumer price index. Option number D, variable DA amount. Option number D, current index. Your timer starts now. पिंकी मैम नहीं रुकेंगे उन्होंने Time's up. The last question of this round comes. Formative assessment often defined as dash. Option number A, assessment for learning. Option number B, assessment for knowledge. Option number C, summative assessment. Option number D, diagnostic assessment. Your timer starts now. Five seconds. Time's up. Thank you. This round is completed.
I, Shraddha.
And I, Mehak, will be continuing with the further sessions.
Now we have the most awaited session. The next session is all about our new scheme education launched recently.
Yes, today we have among us CA Pinky Kedia ma'am, WIRC Vikasa chairperson.
Before we start, I request Vasu Agarwal and Sanskruti Mitangle to escort CA Pinky Kedia ma'am to the dais. Students, please appreciate.
I request Vasu and Sanskruti to honor CA Pinky Kedia ma'am with memento and floral bouquet. I have it now. Pinky Kedia is a highly accomplished professional with a diverse range of qualification and leadership roles. She holds a Chartered Accountant degree and a Bachelor of Laws (LLB) degree from Mumbai University. Pinky Kedia is the founder partner of Messrs. Kedia Singhania and Company, Chartered Accountants, a prominent accounting firm. Her expertise extends beyond her CA and LLB qualifications. She has completed certification courses in GST, Alternate Dispute Resolution (ADR), and Concurrent Audit of Banks. Pinky Kedia has also qualified as an independent director, demonstrating her proficiency in corporate governance and board responsibilities. CA Pinky Kedia is a thorough professional in audit, taxation, and accounts. Her main focus is on statutory audits, banks audit, concurrent, stock, income, leakage, statutory bank audits, and corporate advisory services. Within the field of chartered accountancy, Pinky Kedia is known for her contributions as a speaker and educator. She regularly speaks at various branches, study circles of ICAI, WIRC, and other associations, colleges, and platforms on a wide range of subjects, sharing her knowledge and insights with others. In summary, Pinky Kedia is a highly accomplished individual with a strong background in chartered accountancy and law. Her professional expertise, leadership roles, and commitment to social causes reflect her dedication and passion for making a positive impact in her field and society.
I now request CA Pinky Kedia ma'am to take it further and guide us through the new education scheme.
Can we have a round of applause for Pinky ma'am? Thank you.
Good afternoon. गुड आफ्टरनून. अभी थोड़ी स्माइल आई चेहरे पे सबके. पुरानी स्कीम से कितने लोग फेडअप हो चुके थे? पुराने 3 साल के आर्टिकलशिप से और सब्जेक्ट से हैं, काफ़ी लोग हैं. और एम्प्लॉयर से भी होता था ना कि हाँ छुट्टी चाहिए 6 महीने, 4 महीने, 3 महीने, करेक्ट. और एम्प्लॉयर को भी लगता था कि वाई शुड वी गिव सो मच लीव एंड व्हाट यू विल लर्न इफ़ यू विल टेक लीव एट द टाइम ऑफ फाइलिंग द रिटर्न एंड व्हेन द वर्क इज़ देयर एट दैट टाइम यू आर टेकिंग लीव. सो बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी एंड स्पेशलाइजेशन भी करना था. देन इन एवरी 5 years curriculum has to be changed because if you will see in the business scenario also every 5 years things are changing. तो 5 साल में हमें हर बार इंडस्ट्री के इंटरनेशनल करिकुलम के हिसाब से चेंज होना ज़रूरी है. और अभी सब यही बोल रहे थे कि सीए में बहुत पुराना कोर्स चल रहा है, वो इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक नहीं हो रहा. और जो धीरे धीरे बजट में और फाइनेंस एक्ट में भी जो आ रहे हैं या जो नए सर्कुलर्स वगैरह आ रहे हैं, नई नई चीज़ें, नए नए हमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिल रही है, उसके हिसाब से आप लोगों को प्रिपेयर करने के लिए ये नई स्कीम आई है. इसका न्यू स्कीम का साइलेंट फीचर्स क्या है? पहले आप लोगों के सब्जेक्ट ज़्यादा थे, ठीक है. अभी 6 पेपर इन ईच. कैसे स्क्रीन ठीक है, लंबी हो रही है? नहीं ठीक है, स्लाइड शो कर देती हूँ. किया ना. तो अभी आप लोगों की 6 पेपर इन इंटर एंड 6 पेपर इन फाइनल. ओके. एंड 2 years ऑफ अनइंटरप्टेड प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग. मीन्स आप 2 साल सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग लोगे. आप लोगों को कोई भी एग्ज़ाम नहीं देना है इस बीच में. सिर्फ सेल्फ पेस एग्ज़ाम यदि आप दे सकते हो तो आपको देना है सेल्फ पेस एग्ज़ाम. वो कैसा है वो भी मैं आपको बाद में बता दूंगी आगे. बट आप लोगों को GMCS ITT कुछ भी नहीं देना ये 2 साल में. ओके. सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपको 2 साल की प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग करनी है और उसमें सिर्फ हर महीने की 1 छुट्टी आप लोग समझ के चलो, ठीक है. 24 आपको लीव मिलती है 2 साल में. इसका मतलब 1 महीने की 1 लीव है, करेक्ट, सिंपल सा फंडा वो है याद रखने के लिए। तो 2 आवर्स में 24 लीव है, तो कोई झमेला ही नहीं काउंट करने का कि 156 कैसे हुआ, क्योंकि मेरे साथ भी होता है। मैं जब आर्टिकल्स जब एंड होता है उनकी टर्म, जब वो कंप्लीसन सर्टिफिकेट के टाइम में वो 156 से ऊपर जा रहा है नीचे जा रहा है, वो बड़ा टेक्निकल पॉइंट होता है। वो आज तक मुझे भी नहीं समझ में आया कि वो कैसे कैलकुलेट होता है, थोड़ा उसमें है टेक्निकल है कुछ। तो यदि आप 156 पूरा लेते हो तब तो एक दिन की भी हॉलीडे नहीं बताता, 157 लेते ही आपकी हॉलीडेज मतलब आपके लीव्स बढ़ जाते हैं। तो उसका काउंट करने का कुछ अलग सिस्टम है। बट अभी ये जो है, अब किसी को भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी क्योंकि 24 ही काउंट करने हैं, तो वो बहुत इजीली हो जाएंगे। एंड सेल्फ पेस ऑनलाइन मॉड्यूल, ये जो है वो उसके बारे में मैं आपको नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन में बताऊंगी। ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है। इट इज़ नॉट मैंडेटरी इफ़ यू आर इन ओल्ड स्कीम, ओके। बट मई 2024 के बाद में यदि आपने इंटर पास किया है, देन यू कंपल्सरी हैव टू गिव सेल्फ पेस, ठीक है। इसके और डिटेल में मैं आपको बताती, अभी खाली एक समरी बता रही हूँ। एंड इसमें मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी सब्जेक्ट एंड स्पेशलाइजेशन व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू, एथिक्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी ऑल्सो इन द कोर सब्जेक्ट एट फाइनल। ये 30% का MCQ, ये बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा आप लोगों के लिए। 30% का MCQ आ जाएगा, तो 70% का ही आपको लिखना है। आप लोगों को ऐसे भी आजकल लिखने की हैबिट छूट गई है। और मैंने अभी जो रिसेंटली कोरोना के बाद जो भी एग्ज़ाम हुए हैं उसमें जो फील किया है, बच्चे थियोरिकल एग्ज़ाम में ही फेल हो रहे हैं, बिकॉज यू कैन टाइप वेरी फास्ट बट यू कैन राइट वेरी स्लो। आप लोगों की लिखने की हैबिट छूट चुकी है, आप लोगों के ये सब दर्द करने लगते हैं लिखते ही 1-1.5 घंटे 2 घंटे में। जो हम एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में भी देखते हैं, बच्चे हाथ ऐसे ये दबा रहे होते हैं, ये दबा रहे होते हैं। तो इसके लिए और 30% MCQ होने से आप लोगों का एग्ज़ाम का रिजल्ट भी जल्दी आएगा। इस बार कितने दिन में आ गया था एग्ज़ाम का रिजल्ट? कितने दिन में आ गया? 45 डेज में आ गया। अभी जैसे ये 30% MCQ का आएगा ना, आपका विदिन अ मंथ आपका रिजल्ट आ जाएगा, क्योंकि MCQ में उतना टाइम ही नहीं लगेगा चेक करने के लिए। तो आप लोगों को अगले बार के पढ़ाई के लिए ज़्यादा टाइम मिल सकेगा तैयारी करने के लिए। देन रिकॉग्निशन ऑन बिजनेस अकाउंटिंग BAA। ये BAA क्या है? ये एक नया आप लोगों को एक नया डिग्री दिया जा रहा है, एक तरह से आप बोल सकते हैं। इट इज़ एन एग्जिट रूट। एग्जिट रूट मीन्स अनफॉर्चुनेटली इफ एनी पर्सन नॉट फेल टू बिकम अ CA, इंटर क्लियर कर लिया है लेकिन फाइनल नहीं क्लियर कर पा रहा, कोई भी रीजन से उसको यदि CA छोड़ना पड़ रहा है, देन ही कैन अप्लाई फॉर BAA, ठीक है। ये BAA भी डिग्री जो है वो इंस्टीट्यूट की तरफ से ही मिलेगी। एंड इसका भी वेटेज उतना ही होगा। अभी जैसे बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्री में ढूंढते भी हैं कि CA इंटर किया हुआ कैंडिडेट चाहिए, जो CA नहीं कर रहा हो, जिसने CA छोड़ दिया हो, ठीक है। तो अभी इतनी बड़ी लाइन बोलने की बजाय सिर्फ ऐसे बोलेंगे कि BAA पास कैंडिडेट चाहिए हमें। तो ये एक और भी बेनिफिट है। देन कंट्री स्पेसिफिक इंटरनेशनल करिकुलम, कि आप जो भी इंटरनेशनल उससे हम कोऑर्डिनेट कर रहे हैं। कभी कभी कन्वर्सन और उसका जो है, इसमें आप एक चीज़ बेसिक चीज़ें जो है ना वो मैं बताती हूँ आप लोग, उससे आप कहीं कोई भी सिनेरियो आएगा आप पता कर सकते हो। एग्जामिनेशन एक है और सिलेबस एक है, ठीक है, और एक आपकी ट्रेनिंग। आपका ट्रेनिंग का जो पीरियड था वो 1 जुलाई से, यदि आपने ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट नहीं की है 1 जुलाई 2023, आपकी यदि ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट नहीं हुई है, देन योर ट्रेनिंग विल बी ऑफ 2 ईयर्स। सिंपल सा यही फंडा है। चाहे आपने इंटर किया हुआ हो नहीं किया हुआ, वो बात की बात है। सबसे पहले आप एक ये चीज़ समझ लीजिए, इफ़ यू हैड नॉट स्टार्टेड योर आर्टिकलशिप बिफोर 1 जुलाई 2023 and you are starting your articleship after 1 July 23, your articleship period will be 2 years. Okay? But if you had joined in June, जैसे अभी सुबह भी एक क्वेश्चन पूछा उसने कि मैंने पहले ज्वाइन कर लिया था, देन आई टर्मिनेटेड बिकॉज ऑफ माई मेडिकल प्रॉब्लम, आई अगेन वांट टू ज्वाइन, देन व्हाट कैन बी द प्रोसेस, एंड इन 2 years कोर्स और 3 years आर्टिकलशिप पीरियड। तो उसमें ऐसा है कि इफ़ यू हैड ज्वाइन इन जून और इन मे and you want to continue with your 3 years articleship training, then तो वो चलता ही रहेगा क्योंकि आपने 1 जुलाई के पहले किया हुआ है। बट आपको यदि 2 years वाले में कन्वर्ट होना है, then you have to terminate your previous articleship. And you will not get credit of that periods in your new articleship. वो fresh articleship हो जाएगी. ठीक है, यदि आपको 3 साल से 2 साल वाले में कन्वर्ट होना है, आपने अभी तक की आप कर सकते हो, लेकिन आपको पुरानी आर्टिकलशिप आपको टर्मिनेट करनी होगी एंड नई आर्टिकलशिप में आपको पुराने जो भी आपने सर्व किया हुआ पीरियड उसका क्रेडिट नहीं मिलेगा. तो ये चीज़ आप सोच के करना. फाउंडेशन के लिए 2 अगस्त था रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए 2023, इंटरमीडिएट 1 जुलाई, फाइनल 1 जुलाई. ओल्ड स्कीम नवंबर 23 में सिर्फ और सिर्फ ओल्ड स्कीम के एग्जाम है, न्यू स्कीम का एग्जाम नहीं है. ये न्यू स्कीम और ओल्ड स्कीम आर्टिकलशिप के लिए नहीं है, ये सिलेबस के हिसाब से एग्जामिनेशन सिलेबस के हिसाब से आर्टिकलशिप इज डिफरेंट थिंग. ओके, ओल्ड स्कीम मीन्स आपका ओल्ड सिलेबस. ओल्ड सिलेबस में नवंबर 23 के जो भी एग्जाम हो रहे हैं ओल्ड सिलेबस में होंगे, और नवंबर 23 के बाद में कोई भी एग्जाम ओल्ड सिलेबस में नहीं होगा. मई 24 में न्यू सिलेबस आ जाएगा. पैरेलल एग्जाम नहीं होगा जैसे अभी तक होता था. अभी तक कभी भी जब भी कोर्स चेंज हुआ पैरेलल चलता था, न्यू सिलेबस ओल्ड सिलेबस. अभी वो नहीं है. नवंबर 23 इज द लास्ट अटेम्प्ट फॉर ओल्ड सिलेबस एंड फ्रॉम मई 24 इट विल बी न्यू सिलेबस एट. और नया सिलेबस आपको कहाँ से मिलेगा? इंस्टीट्यूट की साइट पे, ICAI की साइट पे न्यू सिलेबस दिया हुआ है. साथ में स्टडी मटेरियल भी ऑनलाइन उसमें अवेलेबल है. इफ़ यू वांट यू कैन डाउनलोड, यू कैन रीड, यू कैन स्टार्ट योर स्टडी. ठीक है. एंड दो जो मैंने बताया 2 ईयर्स प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग विल बी एप्लीकेबल फ्रॉम 1 जुलाई एंड सेल्फ पेस्ड ऑनलाइन मॉड्यूल विल ऑल्सो एप्लीकेबल फ्रॉम 1 जुलाई 2023. फाउंडेशन लेवल में एग्जाम्स पेपर कौन से हैं? अकाउंटिंग, बिजनेस लॉ, क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड एंड बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक्स, एंड ऑल आर ऑफ 100 मार्क्स. For intermediate level, there are 2 groups. In 2 groups, first is advanced accounting, corporate law and taxation, and in second, cost accounting, auditing and financial management, strategy management. तो ये अभी 6 सब्जेक्ट रह गए हैं, 6 पेपर, 6 सब्जेक्ट नहीं बोल सकते, 6 पेपर है. तो इस हिसाब से आपके 50-50 मार्क्स के 2 पेपर नंबर 3 एंड पेपर नंबर 6 50-50 मार्क्स के हैं इन न्यू स्कीम. उसके बाद आपको सेल्फ पेस देना है. ठीक है. ये सेल्फ पेस स्कीम ना ये बड़ी मज़ेदार है. इट इज़ नॉट, थोड़े केसेज में मैंडेटरी नहीं है कि मैं आगे वो स्क्रीन में बताऊंगी आपको. बट सेट ए और सेट बी इज फॉर इंटर एंड सेट सी एंड डी इज फॉर फाइनल. ओके. तो यदि आपने 8 सब्जेक्ट पास किए हुए हैं इंटर के, तो आप लोगों को सी और डी नहीं देना यदि नवंबर में आपका पास हो जाता है तो. ओके. बट आपका यदि नवंबर में पास नहीं होता है देन यू हैव टू गिव द सी एंड डी बोथ. तो और यदि आपका किसी में वो है सॉरी एग्जाम्शन मिला हुआ है देन यू कैन चूज आइदर सी और डी, कौन सा आपको देना है. कोई यदि एक ग्रुप क्लियर है आपका फाइनल का तो ठीक है. तो ये एक सी और डी आपका ये सब ऑनलाइन रहेगा. एग्जाम ऑनलाइन पेपर हैं. यू हैव टू, ऑनलाइन लिंक है इंस्टीट्यूट में, आपको उसमें जाना है. देयर इज़ नो बार ऑन योर टाइम, नो स्पेसिफिक टाइम. आपको जो सब्जेक्ट आपको चूज करना है वो सब्जेक्ट की आप लर्निंग करो, जितने घंटे चाहिए करो, जब मन में आए तो करो. उसमें कोई भी लिमिटेशन नहीं है कि आप एक बार देख लिए तो दोबारा नहीं देख सकते, या ये चैप्टर आपको पहले करना है ये चैप्टर बाद में करना है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. आप अपने हिसाब से, अपने पेस के हिसाब से आप उसको रीड कर सकते हो, पढ़ सकते हो. तो ये एक बहुत अच्छा ये आया है. और इसमें एक ये भी है कि किसी जिसको यदि सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल नहीं मैंडेटरी है, वेदर ही कैन गिव दैट, तो यस आप दे सकते हो. यदि आपको सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल नहीं कंपलसरी है, मैंडेटरी नहीं है, देन ऑल्सो इफ़ यू वांट यू कैन रीड एंड यू कैन गिव द एग्जाम. एंड क्या है इसमें जो भी मार्क्स आएंगे इट विल नॉट काउंट फॉर योर फाइनल एग्जाम. ओके. दिस इज सेपरेट एग्जाम, ऑल टुगेदर इट इज सेपरेट एग्जाम. इसका मार्क्स कहीं भी ऐड या कनेक्टेड नहीं है, समझे. तो ये आप लोग दे दोगे तो अच्छा है. मतलब क्वेश्चन आए थे हमारे पास में बच्चों के कि हम लोग, मुझे मैंडेटरी नहीं है देन ऑल्सो कैन आई गिव, क्योंकि ये जो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं वो उन लोगों को इंटरेस्टिंग लगे. सी और डी जो है, आप देखो सी में एनी वन सब्जेक्ट सेलेक्ट करना है, सी और डी में एनी वन सब्जेक्ट सेलेक्ट करना है. क्यों ये रखा है? जैसे मैंने आपको सुबह बताया था कि आप लोगों को स्पेशलाइजेशन, जिस सब्जेक्ट में आपको स्पेशलाइजेशन करना है, अभी सी और डी में जो जो सब्जेक्ट है उस सब में सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स चलते हैं इंस्टीट्यूट में स्पेशलाइजेशन के लिए, ठीक है। तो यू कैन गो फॉर दैट ऑल्सो आफ्टर दिस एग्जाम, सेल्फ पेस एग्जाम। देन इन फाइनल देयर इज अ 6 पेपर। आप लोगों ने ये सब तो पहले से देख ही लिए होंगे कि कौन कौन से 6 पेपर हैं आप लोगों के 6 फाइनल एग्जाम्स में। अभी मैं आप लोगों को एक फ्लो चार्ट एक बता देना चाहती हूँ जिससे आपको थोड़ा सा एक आइडिया लग जाएगा कि ये एग्ज़ाम कैसा है। ये चेंज नहीं हुआ, चेंज नहीं हुआ स्क्रीन। जब तक वो स्क्रीन आती है तब तक मैं आपको थोड़ा गाइड कर देती हूँ। पहले हम लोग कब एडमिशन ले पाते थे फाउंडेशन में, जिसको लेना होता था 12 के बाद कि कभी 10 के बाद यू कैन टेक अ रजिस्ट्रेशन आफ्टर 10, ओके, एंड यू कैन आस्क फॉर स्टडी मटेरियल ऑल्सो, बट एग्ज़ाम जो देना है फाउंडेशन का आफ्टर अपेयरिंग फॉर 12th एग्जाम you can give the exam, okay. So after 10 you can register with BOS, but you can give and you can call for study material, you can start your study, but you can appear for foundation after appearing in class 12. After that, when you had cleared class 12 and foundation exam, then you have to register for intermediate. After registering intermediate, you have to clear both group, okay. And with parallelly you can do ITCC और GMCS, क्योंकि फाइनल में देने के लिए आप लोगों को चाहिएगा। इंटर में आपने एडमिशन लिया, आर्टिकलशिप स्टार्ट नहीं हुई है, ठीक है। आर्टिकलशिप स्टार्ट करने के लिए आपको पहले इंटर के दोनों ग्रुप क्लियर करने हैं और GMCS और ITT भी क्लियर करना है, देन ओनली यू कैन गेट आर्टिकलशिप, ओके। तो आपको इंटरमीडिएट में रजिस्ट्रेशन करना है, आपको दोनों ग्रुप क्लियर करने हैं, देन यू हैव टू गो फॉर ITCC एंड GMCS। नहीं, ये मेरे को PDF अलग से लेना था। लिया क्या उसमें? PDF नहीं आ रहा है, नहीं आ रहा है, ठीक है, चलो कोई नहीं। सो मेरे को ये दिखता तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहता था, कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा तो। आफ्टर दैट यू कैन रजिस्टर फॉर CA फाइनल, और CA फाइनल का एग्ज़ाम आप कभी दे सकते हो, 2 साल की प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग, ITCC, GMCS, देन सेल्फ पेस एग्ज़ाम। सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल भी आपको क्लियर करना पड़ेगा, एंड आफ्टर 6 मंथ यू कैन गिव फाइनल एग्ज़ाम। 6 मंथ का स्टडी पीरियड रखा है बीच में कि आपको जब आपके आर्टिकलशिप ख़त्म होगी उसके 6 महीने के बाद ही आप फाइनल एग्ज़ाम दे सकते हो। और यदि आपने फाइनल एग्ज़ाम दिया, बाई चांस, आपने नहीं बोलती, मैं बोली कोई भी बंदा यदि ऐसा है जो आगे कंटिन्यू नहीं कर पा रहा है, देन ही may apply for business accounting associates, BAA means business accounting associates, and he will get the certificate, and after that also he can appear for final exam. ऐसा नहीं है कि BAA का सर्टिफिकेट मिल गया तो फाइनल एग्ज़ाम नहीं दे सकते, उसके बाद भी फाइनल एग्ज़ाम दे सकते हैं। तो वो एक तरह से वो जो बोलते हैं ना हाफ CA वाला सीन है कि BA मीन्स हाफ CA हम कर चुके हैं, फाइनल तक पहुंच चुके हैं, तो आप उसके बाद भी आप फाइनल का एग्ज़ाम दे सकते हो। आपको फिर फाइनल का पास करना है एंड देन अप्लाई फॉर मेंबरशिप, ठीक है। तो ये हॉल मॉड्यूल है न्यू सिलेबस का, न्यू स्कीम का, जो आपको इसमें मैंने दिखा, फ्लो चार्ट था, फ्लो चार्ट इसमें आ नहीं रहा है, जस्ट अ सेकेंड। माउस हिल रहा है, इसमें तो हिल रहा है, उसमें नहीं हिल रहा, उसमें PPT चल रही है, इसमें नहीं चल रही। चलो कोई नहीं। अभी मेन सबकी प्रॉब्लम है पीपीटी चल रहा है, वो मेरा पीडीएफ में था वो फ्लो चार्ट पीपीटी उसका नहीं ले रहा। कन्वर्सन में सबको प्रॉब्लम हो रही है कि कन्वर्सन कैसे होगा। कन्वर्सन का ऐसा है कि आप 1 जुलाई से ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल कन्वर्ट इनटू द न्यू स्कीम। आफ्टर नवंबर एग्जाम यू विल कन्वर्ट टू न्यू स्कीम ओनली। And group wise and paper wise exemption, as Piyush sir and Mangesh sir told you that all exemption notification or circular or announcement will come, because दो committee है, exam committee and BOS committee। तो BOS committee में कुछ बना के दिया है और exam committee को भी वो approval करना है, तो वहाँ procedural थोड़ा वो आ रहा है, क्योंकि जितने बच्चों के क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं ना, जानबूझ के भी थोड़ा होल्ड करके रखा है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे ट्रायल एंड एरर है जो आप लोग ने जब क्वेश्चन भेज रहे हो एक एक कि ये कम्बिनेशन भी हो सकता है, ये कम्बिनेशन भी हो सकता है, तो उन्हें भी आइडिया लग रहा है कि ये कम्बिनेशन हुआ तो एग्जाम्शन कैसे देना है, और या ये कम्बिनेशन हुआ तो एग्जाम्शन कैसे देना है। तो दे आर वेटिंग फॉर दैट। सो विद इन आई थिंक 10 to 15 days एग्जाम्शन का नोटिफिकेशन आ जाएगा कि कैसे किस पेपर में क्या एग्जाम्शन है। बट माय एडवाइज इज दैट कि आप एग्जाम्शन छोड़ के आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ अभी ये कोशिश करो कि नवंबर में आपको पास होके निकल जाना है, ठीक है। आप लोग उस पर ज़्यादा फोकस मत करिए कि मैं ये 2 सब्जेक्ट में पास हो जाऊंगा, एग्जाम्शन ले आऊँगा तो मुझे सीधे फाइनल में चला जाऊँगा। डोंट थिंक अबाउट दैट, जस्ट प्रिपेयर फॉर योर एग्जाम। अच्छा, इसमें एक आफ्टर कन्वर्सन जो बता रहे आप लोगों को एक लग रहा होगा कि स्टडी मटेरियल का क्या होगा, ठीक है। स्टडी मटेरियल के लिए यदि आपने अभी तक स्टडी मटेरियल नहीं मंगाया है, देन यू कैन गेट न्यू स्टडी मटेरियल ऑफ न्यू सिलेबस। और इफ़ यू हैड कॉल्ड, आपने पहले से ओल्ड सिलेबस का स्टडी मटेरियल लिया हुआ है, देन ओनली पेइंग 500 रुपीज़ यू कैन गेट स्टडी मटेरियल ऑफ न्यू सिलेबस। ओके, तो 500 रुपये में आपको नया सिलेबस का स्टडी मटेरियल मिल जाएगा। और यदि नहीं लिया हुआ है तो आपको विदाउट पैसे ही मिल जाएगा। बट आई एडवाइज यू टू चेक योर एड्रेस इन द SSP पोर्टल ऑल्सो कि आपका एड्रेस सही है कि नहीं, बिकॉज दे विल सेंड बाई कुरियर, और एड्रेस सही नहीं होगा तो वो गलत जगह पे पहुंचेगा। तो जैसे अभी हम लोगों से भी ले रहे हैं KYM, आप लोगों के भी मेरे ख्याल से ऑफिसेज में आपके एम्प्लॉयर भी कर रहे होंगे KYM SSP पोर्टल पे, नो योर मेंबर। सो हम लोगों को भी हमारा एड्रेस एंड सब अपडेट करने के लिए दिया है, तो आप लोग भी अपने उसमें अपडेट कर दीजिए कि जिससे आप लोगों का एड्रेस सही जाए। तो जो भी कम्युनिकेशन है, एड्रेस, ईमेल, जो भी कम्युनिकेशन है, इवन बहुत बार अभी जैसे मैं रीजनल काउंसिल में हूँ तो मुझे पता चल रहा है कि बहुत सारे बच्चों को हमारे प्रोग्राम के ईमेल भी नहीं आ रहे। कितनों का BOS से मेल आते हैं? सारे लोगों ने नहीं हाथ उठाए हुए हैं। BOS से सबको आ रहे मेल? सारे इवेंट के आते हैं? आते हैं ना? तो यदि नहीं आते BOS से मेल, क्योंकि मेरे हिसाब से BOS से हर दिन एक मेल आता है, हर दिन एक मेल आना ही चाहिए कम से कम भी, क्योंकि हमारे वेस्टर्न रीजन में जो भी प्रोग्राम होता है, कहीं भी कोई भी इवेंट होता है, वी आर रिक्वेस्टिंग BOS टू सेंड ईमेल टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट if they want to take participation in that subject or that event. So हर दिन BOS से तो मेल रहेगा ही रहेगा। तो यदि आपको BOS से मेल नहीं आ रहा है तो प्लीज़ चेक योर email ID in SSP portal, because they are referring that email ID for sending email. Okay, and your phone number also and address also. So update your KYC. Self-paced online model. You can gift after passing both group of intermediate exam and registration for final course. Student who have qualified both group of intermediate, जो मैंने बताया आपको कि 8 पेपर्स यदि आपने पूरा क्लियर किया हुआ है, then self-paced module का COD आपको नहीं देना है, you are exempt for that. And if you had exemption in self-paced module in either COD will be applicable for student who have passed only 7 papers. ठीक है, तो यदि आपके 7 पेपर हो चुके हैं तो आपको आइदर C और D देना है, और उसमें भी आप चूज कर सकते हो कि C में से लेना है कि D में से लेना है, वो आपके ऊपर है। तो उतने आपको ऑप्शन दिया हुआ है। फाइनल कोर्स स्टूडेंट अनसक्सेसफुल इन ओल्ड स्कीम विल अपीयर इन May 2024 अंडर न्यू स्कीम, एंड आफ्टर ऑटोमेटिक कन्वर्सन सच स्टूडेंट्स में क्वालिफाई सेल्फ पेस एग्जाम एज एप्लीकेबल आफ्टर पासिंग May 2024 एग्जामिनेशन। तो ये एक दिया है कि यदि आपने नवंबर 23 में आपने ओल्ड सिलेबस में दिया था, एंड May 24 में आप न्यू सिलेबस में दे रहे हो, then it is not compulsory mandatory to clear online self-paced module exam before May. After passing in May 2024, you can give a self-paced module exam before appearing for membership, before applying for membership. यदि May 24 में आपका फाइनल क्लियर हो जाता है, बट तो भी आपको यदि मेंबरशिप लेनी है, देन यू हैव टू गो फॉर सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल एग्जाम. विदाउट सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल एग्जाम यू कांट गिव मेंबरशिप. ओके, तो समरी यही है कि यदि आप नवंबर 23 में यदि आपने क्लियर किया तो आपको सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल नहीं देना है, बट यदि May 24 में फाइनल क्लियर होता है, देन यू हैव टू गिव सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल एग्जाम. ओके, ये ओल्ड स्कीम और न्यू स्कीम का कंपैरिजन है कि कैसे कैसे है ये ओल्ड स्कीम और न्यू स्कीम. अभी थोड़े से 2-4 सिनेरियो, ये सारी पीपीटी आई वांट टू एक्नॉलेज द एफर्ट एंड टाइम devoted by our chairman of BOS Academy and vice chairman of BOS Academy, CA विशाल दोषी सर एंड CA दयानिवास शर्मा. ये 2-3 दिन पहले इन लोगों ने आउटरीच प्रोग्राम किया था, यूट्यूब पे भी था और ICI के भी वेबकास्ट पे था. आई हैड टेकन स्लाइड फ्रॉम देयर ओनली, कि मैं नहीं चाहती थी कि थोड़ा सा भी कहीं भी कन्फ्यूजन हो, इसीलिए मैंने वहीं की स्लाइड कॉपी करी है कि कुछ भी कन्फ्यूजन नहीं रहना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो सिनेरियो 1, यदि इंटरमीडिएट ग्रुप एक फर्स्ट ग्रुप क्लियर है, देन व्हाट इन ऑल सिलेबस, देन व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, you have to pass new scheme, intermediate group 2, then self pace set A, set B, and then final का भी दोनों देना है, set C और set D भी देना है. Scenario 2, intermediate group 2 clear है, then उसमें भी आपको self pace भी दोनों देना है, and inter का भी बहुत ग्रुप क्लियर करना है, एक ग्रुप क्लियर करना है, एंड नीचे देखिए आइदर C और D में से एक देना है आपको. ओके, इंटर के दोनों ग्रुप क्लियर है ओल्ड स्कीम में, देन यू हैव टू गिव अ सेट ए का एक कॉर्पोरेट लॉ देना है, क्योंकि ये न्यू स्कीम में नहीं है. ठीक है, तो इसके लिए आपको वो दोनों एग्जाम आपको देने पड़ेंगे यदि आपका इंटर दोनों क्लियर है बट फाइनल ड्यू है. तो यदि इंटर आपका ओल्ड सिलेबस में किया हुआ है तो आपको सेट ए में से एक पेपर देना है, सेट बी में से एक पेपर देना है सेल्फ पेस का, और फाइनल का देना है एग्जाम. दिस इज सिनेरियो 4. ये सब मैं खाली आपको एक ज़रा सा टच दे रही हूँ कि आप ये सारी ये पीपीटी भी आपको थोड़े दिन में ये अवेलेबल करवा देंगे वेबसाइट पे. बट इफ़ यू कैन गो टू वेबसाइट ना, देयर इज FAQ ऑल्सो. ओके, यू विल गेट FAQ, you will get flow chart, and you can get syllabus also, you can get study material also. So first go to your ICI website and you will get all the answer. If you will not get any answer, if there is a separate scenario जिसका FAQ में भी नहीं लिखा हुआ और PPT भी जो ये अपलोड करने वाले हैं उसमें भी नहीं है, then you can write to Vaibhav Modi sir, or you can write to me or any regional council member. They will respond you कि उसमें इस scenario में क्या होगा. ओके, क्योंकि पता है ये ट्रांजिशन फेस है, उसमें थोड़ी बहुत कहीं ना कहीं कन्फ्यूजन होनी है, बट आप इसका यदि लॉजिकल थोड़ा समझ लेंगे ना तो फिर आपको ईजी हो जाता है ये चीज़ समझने के लिए. बस एक एग्जाम्सन वाला है जो हम लोगों को भी थोड़ा सा लग रहा है कि कैसे कैसे एग्जाम्सन करना है. फाउंडेशन लेवल का सिनेरियो में जो 12th के पास में है अभी एलिजिबल फॉर फाउंडेशन एग्जाम अंडर ऑल स्कीम इन December 2023, अनसक्सेसफुल हुए तो वो ऑलरेडी वे लोग न्यू स्कीम में कन्वर्ट हो गए, सक्सेसफुल हुए तो इंटरमीडिएट कोर्स में आना है, तो अल्टीमेटली वो न्यू कोर्स में ही आ गए. ठीक है, तो एक तरह से मतलब जितने भी सिनेरियो हो रहे हैं आप ये समझ लो कि आप न्यू कोर्स में ही आ जा रहे हो. नवंबर इज लास्ट फॉर ओल्ड सिलेबस, आफ्टर दैट न्यू सिलेबस विल स्टार्ट. और प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग के लिए इफ आपने 1 जुलाई तक यदि कर लिया है तब तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज यू विल कम टू फॉर 2 years ट्रेनिंग. तो ये सिंपल सा जिस्ट वही है. ठीक है, अब इसके बाद यदि आपको चाहिए तो मैं ये पीपीटी और कंटिन्यू करती हूँ, अदरवाइज यदि आपके कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं तो आप वो पूछ सकते हो मुझसे. आई विल बी आंसर फॉर दैट. अभी जिसने भी एक ग्रुप भी पास किया उसको भी यदि ट्रेनिंग आर्टिकलशिप नहीं स्टार्ट की एक ग्रुप करके भी, तो भी अभी नहीं कर सकते स्टार्ट, सेकेंड ग्रुप क्लियर करके ही स्टार्ट करनी है। लेकिन स्टार्ट यदि हो चुकी है आर्टिकलशिप तब कुछ दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है। और जैसा अभी उन्होंने बताया कि यदि 4-5 दिन ही हुए आपको आर्टिकलशिप मतलब नहीं स्टार्ट कर पाए एग्जाम के रिजल्ट की वजह से, देन आई सजेस्ट यू ऑल टू गिव ईमेल, राइट ईमेल। तो BOS वाले देखेंगे वहाँ पे कि कितने लोगों के साथ ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, अकॉर्डिंगली दे विल डिसाइड कि वो कट ऑफ डेट यदि वो चेंज कर पाएंगे तो। आई एम नॉट श्योर कि वेदर दे विल डू दैट, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू वॉल्यूम कि कितने लोग इससे इम्पैक्ट हो रहे हैं और ये करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, अकॉर्डिंग दे विल आंसर टेक द डिसीजन। बट इफ दे विल गेट ईमेल फ्रॉम योर साइड ओनली देन दे कैन गिव दैट एक्सरसाइज, ओके। तो आप लोगों के जिसके साथ भी ये प्रॉब्लम आ रही है कि 4 जुलाई को रिजल्ट निकला था इसलिए आप आर्टिकलशिप नहीं ज्वाइन कर पा रहे क्योंकि अब 2 साल का हो गया है, आपको 3 साल वाले में जाना है, तो प्लीज़ राइट टू BOS और यू कैन राइट टू वैभव सर और मी, आई विल फॉरवर्ड दैट। तो एटलीस्ट उन्हें पता चलेगा और दे कैन टेक दिस एक्शन, ठीक है। तो बस, बट ये है कि आपका ये जो न्यू सिलेबस है वो बहुत अच्छा है आप लोगों के लिए, आप लोग बहुत कुछ इसमें सीख सकते हो, आप इंडस्ट्री से पेस रख सकते हो, स्टार्टअप है या आपको मर्जर एक्विजिशन में जाना है या जो भी नए नए फील्ड आ रहे हैं, यू कैन गेट दैट फील्ड। एंड वन सजेशन इज दैट कि आप लोग आर्टिकलशिप को कभी भी ये समझ के मत करो कि इंस्टीट्यूट ने कंपलसरी की हुई है इसीलिए हम कर रहे हैं। CA बनने के बाद कोई नहीं सिखाता, सिखाएगा सो CA बनने के बाद कोई कुछ, दे विल एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम योर साइड, दे विल एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम यू कि आप CA हो तो आपको ये तो आना ही चाहिए। तो मैक्सिमम लर्निंग यू शुड डू इन 2 years। आप जितना लर्निंग कर सकते हो ना वो आपके लिए अच्छा रहेगा 2 साल में। कभी भी ये सोच के मत करो कि आर्टिकलशिप मुझे इंस्टीट्यूट ने कंपलसरी करने बोली है इसलिए कर रहे हैं। आप देखो चाहे कोई भी कोर्स में देखो, इंटर्नशिप सब में है कि नहीं, सारे कोर्स में जितने भी प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज हैं सब में है इंटर्नशिप। इवन आप यदि MBBS में देखोगे तो 72 आवर्स अनइंटरप्टेड इंटर्नशिप रहती है उनकी, 72 आवर्स उनको जाने नहीं देते, हॉस्पिटल से निकलने नहीं देते। एंड व्हाट दे आर गेटिंग ओनली 9,000 और 10,000 पर मंथ, फिर भी वो कभी शिकायत नहीं करते बिकॉज वो लर्न कर रहे हैं, वो सीख रहे हैं। वो कभी भी इंटर्नशिप को उस हिसाब से नहीं लेते कि नहीं हमें करनी पड़ेगी तो ही हम आगे MBBS की हमें डिग्री मिलेगी या हम MBBS की प्रैक्टिस कर सकेंगे, क्योंकि वो सोचते हैं जितना हम प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग करेंगे हम उतने ज़्यादा सक्सेसफुल होंगे, करेक्ट। तो आप लोग भी जितने ये समझ के चलो कि वो मेरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है और उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का यदि अच्छा मतलब मैं जितना सीखूंगा क्या वो मेरे लिए अच्छा है, ठीक है। तो अपने जो भी अभी यदि नहीं सक्सेसफुल हो पाए अभी तक तो आप निकालिए कि आपके कहाँ प्रॉब्लम रह गई है, कहाँ मार्क्स कट रहे हैं, क्यों नहीं मार्क्स मिल रहे, वो आप चेक करो। एंड आई थिंक यू ऑल कैन डू वेरी गुड, वेरी वेल। आजकल के बच्चे हमसे ज़्यादा स्मार्ट हैं, दैट आई नो। तो ऑल द बेस्ट। यदि कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो प्लीज़ राइट टू मी, आई विल गिव यू आंसर ऑफ दैट। ओके, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Pinky ma'am, for your insights. I now request Vasu Agarwal to give a vote of thanks.
So good evening guys, my name is Vasu and I'm the co-opted treasurer for Vikasa Pimpri Change for 2023-24. So कैसा लगा अभी न्यू सिलेबस के बारे में जान के, तो किसका क्या प्लान है? अभी 4 जुलाई के बाद रिजल्ट आ गया तो अब क्या सोचा है आपने? अभी सारे इनसाइट्स तो मिल ही गए होंगे आपको, राइट, कि क्या रिजल्ट है, क्या पार्ट भी आर्टिकलशिप करनी है नहीं करनी है। तो वैसे पिंकी मैम ने हमको बहुत सही समझाया है, सारे डाउट्स क्लियर किए कि कैसा होगा क्या नहीं होगा, क्या आप कर सकते हो, क्या आपके लिए बेनिफिशियल है, क्या बेनिफिशियल नहीं है, राइट। तो so ma'am, from the whole Vikasa team and the branch of Pimpri Chinchwad branch of ICI, I thanks you a lot for the explanation of the new scheme. जो बच्चों को डाउट्स होते हैं सारे, जो बहुत चीज़ें क्लियर नहीं हो पाती और आप जैसे मेंबर्स से अगर आप बताते हो तो बहुत इजीली समझ में आ जाता है। फिर भी अगर कोई भी डाउट होगा तो हम डेफिनेटली पिंकी मैम हमारे लिए हमेशा 24/7 अवेलेबल है, तो आप कभी भी मैम को कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकते हो। दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माई साइड मैम। आई थैंक यू अगेन फॉर कमिंग एंड एक्सप्लेनिंग दी न्यू स्कीम दैट वी हैव।
Now we will have another round of quiz. Be ready, guys.
Hello, everybody. Uh, Hello, everybody. I am back for the second round of the quiz. Are you guys ready? So let's start with the question number 1. Does GAAP prevent fraud? Your options are option number A, yes. Option number B, no. Option number C, depends upon the situation. Option number D, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Your time starts now. No discussion, please. Please WhatsApp on the given number. Last 5 seconds. Time's up.
Guys, there is a network glitch. Please wait for 2 minutes.
Okay.
The network issue is sorted. We have already declared the winner for the last question. Let's proceed with the second question.
But before that, I would like to say, please text your full name, question number, and option name, like A, B, C, whatever it is. Okay? Let's proceed with the question number 7. What are the 3 pillars of fraud triangle? What are the 3 pillars of fraud triangle? Option number A, motivation, opportunity, dedication. Option number B, motivation, dedication, intention. Option number C, motivation, opportunity, rationalization. Option number D, all of the above. Your timer starts now. 30 seconds. No discussion, please. Time's up. Question number 8. Question number 8. Who is responsible for compliance of accounting standards? Option number A, auditor and accountant. Option number B, Financial Accountant Standard Board and Securities Exchange Commission. Option number C, A and B both as per their responsibilities. Option number D, NOTA. Your timer starts now. Time's up. Question number 9, the second last question of this round. What are the two types of compliances? I repeat, what are the two types of compliances? Option number A, corporate and regulatory. Option number B, corporate or regulatory. Option number C, corporate. Option number D, regulatory. Your timer starts now. Yes? What? Option number A, corporate and regulatory. Option number B, corporate or regulatory. Option number C, corporate. Option number D, regulatory. Time's up. Last question of this round. Who introduced the double entry bookkeeping system? Option number A, Ilnor Ostrom. Option number B, Bob Parsons. Option number C, Luca Pasillo. Option number D, Milton Friedman. Your timer starts now. No discussion, please. I will eliminate the question. Time's up. Thank you.
We are now beginning with the second technical session. I request
I request Shraddha Kute, Vikasa Treasurer, and Ms. Mehak Dharmani to escort CA Sachin Bansal sir, the session chairman. गाइस जैसे सुबह ही कहा था टैक्स का सीजन है माना है बट एनर्जी और तालियों में प्लीज़ टैक्स कटौती नहीं होती तो प्लीज़ कंजूसी मत कीजिए. Now I request Vikasa Treasurer Shraddha Kute and Ms. Mehak Dharmani to present floral bouquet and token of appreciation to C.A. Sachin Bansal sir, branch chairman.
I request the paper presenters, Sayada and Raj, to kindly join the dais. I request Siddhant Khandelwal, Vice Chairman Vikasa, to introduce the session chairman for today.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce CA Sachin Ramnivas Bansal, a distinguished professional in the field of chartered accountancy. With an illustrious career spanning over 25 years, Sir has established himself as an expert in the areas of GST, income tax, audit, and consultancy. Sachin Bansal sir has obtained his chartered accountant qualification in 1998 and has been actively participating in the field ever since. He is the valued partner in the esteemed firm AGH and Associates, which has been serving clients since 1995. In addition to his impressive credentials, Sachin Bansal sir holds multiple degrees, including an MCom, MBA, and LLB. He is currently pursuing a PhD from YCMOU, Nashik, showcasing his dedication to furthering his knowledge and expertise. To supplement his qualifications, Sir has also completed several certificate courses, including Cooperative Audit, GST, Forensic Audit and Fraud Detection, Cyber Laws, and Contact Tracing from Johns Hopkins University, USA. Notably, he has also attained Level 1 proficiency in the Japanese language from the Japan Foundation. Sachin Bansal's leadership skills and commitment to his profession have earned him significant recognition within the industry. He currently serves as the chairperson of the Pimpri-Chinchwad branch of WIRC of ICAI for the year 2023 to 2024, further solidifying his role as an influential figure in the field. Beyond his professional endeavors, Sir actively contributes to society as the president of Agrawal Samaj on the road and previously served as the president of ABC. It is our pleasure to have you, sir, today. Thank you.
We shall now begin with the paper presentations. I call upon Sayyada Sania to present her paper on accounting standards.
Frauds is an art of stealing without taking anything and leaving a victim with nothing. So greetings everyone, I am Sayyida Sania and I am elated to present a paper before you on topic accounting standards and prevention of financial frauds. So basically, financial frauds are the major concern for business, regulators, and investors. Fraudulent activities such as embezzlements, misappropriation of funds, and false financial reporting have major consequences on businesses. This is where accounting standards plays a crucial role in prevention of financial frauds. In this presentation, we'll explore how financial frauds are prevented by accounting standards, how it is important, some of the major case scenarios, and what are the best practices taken for prevention of financial frauds. So beginning with the very first, with knowing what financial frauds and accounting standards actually is. Accounting standards are the authorized standards and is the primary source of generally accepted accounting principles. It is developed by international accounting standard boards and financial accounting standard boards. Accounting standard provides the guidelines to ensure that financial statements are prepared with consistency and reliability. It is also ensuring that the financial informations are recorded accurately. Moving forward with financial frauds. Financial frauds is an intentional action taken to deceive others for the financial losses. For example, embezzlement, Ponzi schemes, and insider trading, and many more, etc. Financial fraud has a very negative effect on business, investors, and regulators. Moving forward with importance of accounting standards in prevention of financial frauds. Accounting standards ensure consistency of financial frauds. Accounting standards provide the framework which ensure that financial frauds are prepared with reliability, comparability, and consistency. It provides the guidelines to ensure that financial statements are measured properly measured, properly disclosed with the transparency. The impact of financial frauds on stakeholders, including investors, employees, and customers. Financial fraud can result in very significant financial losses for investors and all the stakeholders. Financial frauds can result into damage of reputation of an organization. It can have the various broader economic impacts such as reduction of ec- sorry, reduction of investor confidence and increasing the cost of capital. Moving forward with the ethical behavior in prevention of financial frauds. Ethical behavior is essential for preventing of financial frauds, since this includes having a culture of integrity where employees are encouraged to report any suspicious activities and are protected from the retaliation. And it is also include that having clear policies and procedures to maintain the transparency and to make it accountable. It also includes means transparent and accountable organizations should have a code of ethics and provide the guidance on ethical behaviors. Finally, ethical behavior requires the leadership that tone at the top and lead by the example. Now moving with how do accounting standards actually prevent the financial frauds? Accounting standard basically provide the guidelines which are required for the companies to follow so that it reduces the risk of errors and inconsistencies. By requiring companies to follow these standards, it becomes more difficult to manipulate the financial information and hide fraudulent activities. Accounting standards also require companies to disclose important about financial imposition, which increases transparency and allows investors to make informed decisions. Accounting standards provide a framework for auditors to review financial information and detect fraudulent activities. Moving forward with examples of financial frauds and how accounting standard can prevent them. Very first, the embezzlement. By requiring companies to follow specific accounting procedures and internal controls, accounting standards can prevent employees from embezzling the frauds. The second one is the misappropriation of funds. Accounting standards require companies to track the financial transactions and report them accurately, which make it more difficult to misappropriate the funds. And last one, the false financial reporting. Accounting standards require company to disclose important financial information, which makes it more difficult to manipulate financial data to create false financial reporting. Now the role of regulatory body in enforcing accounting standards and preventing financial frauds. Very first, with setting the accounting standards, it is the duty of international accounting standard boards and financial accounting standard boards to set the accounting standard to maintain the accuracy and consistency. Second one, monitoring compliances. The regulatory bodies also monitor compliance with accounting standard. They review that financial statement and other disclosures to ensure that companies are following the rules and reporting their financial information accurately. They may also conduct audits and investigations to identify the potential frauds. Investigating the financial frauds, regulatory bodies investigate financial frauds to identify the perpetrators and hold them accountable. They may work with law enforcement agencies to bring criminal charges against those involved in financial frauds. Lastly, the enforcing penalties. Regulatory bodies have the authority to impose penalties on companies and individuals that violate accounting standards or engage in financial frauds. These penalties may include fines, sanctions, and other disciplinary actions. Now moving to the case studies of financial frauds and the lessons learned from them for accounting standards and prevention of financial frauds. Very first, the WorldCom scam 2002 has inflated over $11 billion through the fraudulent activities, had taught the importance of transparency in financial reporting and need for strong internal controls and the importance of independent audits. The second one is Satyam Computer Services scam 2009 inflated over $1 billion through fraudulent activities, has taught the need of strong corporate governance and the importance of independent audits. And Olympus scandal scam 2011 has inflated over $1 billion through fraudulent activities, has taught the lesson of importance of transparency in financial reporting, need of strong internal controls, and dangers of conflict. So basically, the three of the cases had taught the very best practices for preventing financial frauds through effective accounting standards and internal controls. So here are some summarized points, that is strong internal controls. Accounting standards require company to implement internal controls to prevent financial activities such as embezzlement. By implementing internal controls, company can prevent employees by misappropriating fund. Regular audits. Accounting standard provides a framework for auditing financial information to prevent frauds. Auditors are responsible for reviewing financial information and ensure that it is accurate and reliable. The accounting standards require company to disclose information about their accounting policies and practices. Robust reporting mechanism. A robust accounting system is essential for prevention of financial frauds. Companies should have robust accounting mechanism and allow employee to report potential frauds without fear of retaliation. This can include anonymous hotlines or other reporting channels. Compliances with accounting standards. Compliance with accounting standard is crucial for prevention of financial frauds. Companies that do not comply with accounting standards are at higher risk of fraudulent activities such as false financial reporting and misappropriation of funds. Additionally, non-compliance with accounting standards can result in legal and regulatory penalties. Therefore, it is important for company to stay up to date with changes in accounting standards and ensure that they are following them correctly. Continuous monitoring. Companies should continuously monitor their financial transactions to identify potential frauds. This can include using data analytics tools to identify unusual patterns or trends in financial reporting. Lastly, the transparency. Accounting standards ensure transparency in financial reporting by requiring companies to disclose important financial information. This information includes detail about the company's financial position, information, and cash flows. By providing investors with accurate and reliable financial information, accounting standards help to prevent fraudulent activities such as false financial reporting. So in all this presentation, in conclusion, I would like to say that accounting standard plays a crucial role in preventing financial frauds by providing guidelines for financial reporting and ensuring consistency and transparency in financial information. By following accounting standards, company can reduce risk of fraudulent and provide investors with accurate and reliable financial information. Preventing financial frauds requires a multifaceted approach that involves ethical behavior, a robust mechanism, and the role of auditors in organization, and must have a culture of integrity, clear policies and procedures, and effective internal controls to prevent financial frauds. By implementing these measures, organizations can prevent financial frauds and maintain the trust of their stakeholders. With this conclusion, signing off, thank you.
Thank you, Sayeda. I now request Raj Tiwari to present his paper on ensuring compliance with accounting standards.
I need this mic. It's not on. This not needed.
Hello. So, a very warm Good evening to all of you, my dear friends and dignitaries. I am here to present my paper on the topic ensuring the compliances with accounting standards, the best practices for companies. Friends, before moving our main topic, let's have a look over our basically what accounting standards mean and who set these accounting standards. As we know, basically, accounting standards provide a framework for preparation of financial statements. Rather than we can say, accounting standards provide a reliable and consistent framework for financial reporting. And the financial statements which are prepared on the basis of such accounting standards will make users enabled to make their financial decisions regarding the companies. Users can compare the various financial information of the companies across the organizations. Moving towards who sets this accounting standard. So we have in world accounting standard setting bodies. As an example, we have FASB is the primary accounting standard setting body in the United States, which sets the accounting standards we generally know as a generally accepted accounting principles, which are basically issued for US companies. Similarly, we have IASB as an independent global accounting standard setting bodies, which also set the IFRS, generally we know as International Financial Reporting Standards. And likewise this in India, we have our institute called Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, who is responsible for issuing the Indian accounting standards known as Ind AS, which are based on IFRS only. Talking about the applicability of this Ind AS, basically we are talking about our India. Currently, friends, we have in a short description, Ind AS are applicable to a listed companies, no doubt, but while coming to the unlisted companies, it's a criteria of net worth which is equal to or exceeds 250 crores. But let's look an eye in the past, because while the applicability was issued, it came in the 4 phases. Mandatorily, MCA has issued applicability of Ind AS to all companies in 1st April 2016, provided it is a listed or unlisted companies and its net worth is greater than or equal to 500 crores. At that time, net worth shall be checked for the previous 3 financial years. This was the phase 1. And in phase 2, mandatory applicability of Ind AS to all companies came from 1st April 2017, provided it should be a listed company or in the process of being listed, and its net worth is greater than or equal to 250 crore but less than 500 crores. And at that time, net worth shall be checked for previous 4 financial years. In phase 3, applicability of Ind AS came to all banks and NBFCs and insurance companies from 1st April 2018, and whose net worth is more than or equal to 500 crores with effect from 1st April 2018. And in the last phase, that is phase number 4, all NBFCs were covered whose net worth is more than or equal to 250 crore but less than 500 crore shall have Ind AS mandatorily applicable from 1st April 2019. A point to be noted here is that when the Ind AS is applicable to a company, friends, so it will be applicable to its holding, its subsidiaries, its associates and its joint ventures also. Companies may go for an voluntary adoption also towards the applicability of this Ind AS. And now these rules and regulations prescribed by the accounting standards, adherence to these rules and regulations is known what we call as a compliances. Talking about the compliances, friends, we should note that compliances, once start to follow, the company should subsequently also follow these compliances into coming years. Applicability will be on consolidated financial statements as well as standalone also. talking about the Companies Act 2013, which states financial statements under the for companies and governed under Schedule 3, prescribes 3 divisions for the applicability to the companies. Mainly, Division 1, which states applicable to companies to whom accounting standards are applicable. Division 2, applicable to companies to whom Ind AS compliances are applicable. And in Division 3, applicable to non-banking financial companies to whom Ind AS are applicable. And not forgetting about that, wherever the word listed come, we are having always a body called Securities and Exchange Board of India for regulating these listed companies. So, the listed companies shall also follow the guidelines may be issued by the way of circular by SEBI. Generally, a prescribed format which these accounting standards need include the components of financial statements prepared in accordance, namely balance sheet, statement of P&L, statement of cash flows, statement of changes in equity, and notes. Now friends, before coming to the insurance of the accounting standards compliance, we have to first discuss that what challenges can come which make necessary for us to take a proper steps for insurance of these accounting standards. Discussing about that, we have some points related to the challenges in compliances. I will briefly discuss about this. Firstly, lack of awareness and understanding. Friends, entities or companies are accustomed to follow the earlier accounting standards and may not have the necessary knowledge or resources to grasp the complexities of Ind AS. To address this challenge, companies should invest in comprehensive Ind AS training programs and seek professional guidance. Secondly, limited resources and expertise. Scarcity of experienced accounting professionals with Ind AS expertise further compound this challenge. Third one, complex accounting policies. Ind AS introduces more intricate accounting policies compared to the previous standards, which companies may struggle with the application and interpretation of these policies. Moving ahead, systems and processes alignment. Companies may face difficulties in aligning their accounting software, internal controls, and IT infrastructure with the new requirements. Second, the next one, impact on financial ratios and metrics. Adoption of Ind AS can significantly impact financial ratios and key performance metrics used by companies for decision making and external reporting. This shift may create challenges in comparing financial data or with industry benchmarks. Moving ahead, cost implications is also come in front of us as a challenge because application of Ind AS may involve additional costs for companies which can arise from hiring external experts, upgrading systems, and training staff. Communication with stakeholders. Effective communication with stakeholders, we all know friends, is essential during the transition phase to Ind AS. Companies may encounter challenges in explaining the impact of Ind AS changes to investors, lenders, and other external parties. And the last one to discuss, we have a point of time constraints. Transitioning to Ind AS requires sufficient time for planning, training, and implementation. So companies may often face constraints due to their day-to-day operational demands. And now, moving ahead to our topic known as ensuring compliances, what steps can companies assure to take for better compliances with accounting standards. The first step is company may take, and basically that familiarize themselves with the Ind AS, starting by gaining a clear understanding of the key principles, concepts, and requirements of the Ind AS. Next, identify the applicable Ind AS, determining which Ind AS are relevant for your business and based on the factors such as company size, industry, and ownership structure. Third, assessing the accounting policies. Companies can review their existing accounting policies and ensure they align with the requirements of the Ind AS, identify any deviations and make the necessary adjustments to ensure the compliances which are needed. Talking about some transitioning phase, if a small business is transitioning from previous accounting standards to Ind AS, it should develop a detailed plan outlining the steps and timeline for the transition, considering the factors such as opening Ind AS balance sheet, restatement of the comparative figures, and communication with the stakeholders regarding the changes. Moving ahead, a next step can come implementing of the robust internal controls. Establishing strong internal controls to ensure accuracy, reliability, and integrity of financial reporting may help companies for such compliances. Next, developing Ind AS compliant financial statements. Prepare a comprehensive financial statements in accordance with the Ind AS requirements, ensure proper classification, measurement, and disclosure of assets, liabilities, equity, revenues, and expenses. Considering industry-specific Ind AS. Certain industries have specific Ind AS requirements. For example, real estate developers need to comply with the Ind AS 115, drawing known as revenue from contracts with customers, and Ind AS 116 for leases. So identifying with the industry specific Ind AS and ensuring the compliance in line with your business operations may help companies a lot. Next one, staying updated with the Ind AS amendments. Ind AS is subject to amendments, friends, and updates are over time coming. Staying abreast of changes by regularly reviewing the updates from Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and other authoritative sources may help companies while ensurance with these accounting standards. And the last 2 points companies can take into consideration are disclosure requirements and engaging a professional expertise. In the disclosure requirements, adherence to Ind AS disclosure requirements to provide relevant, reliable, and timely information to stakeholders can help. And in the last, engaging a professional expertise. Companies can consider or should consider engaging the services of qualified accounting professionals or consultants with the expertise in Ind AS. And with this, insurance can be made easy for the companies. In this way, we come towards the conclusion of the topic, and I would just like to discuss some points that, friends, AS compliance is not a one-time process. It's an ongoing process. Companies have to follow every year, need to be updated every year, and careful planning, knowledge enhancement, and strategic decision making are required. Investing in training, seeking professional guidance can prove a leverage. And in the last, companies should find this as an opportunity for growth rather than a burden. With this, I would like to complete my presentation and having a great thank you for you for listening me patiently. Thank you.
Thank you, Raj. Now, I request our session chairman, CA Sachin Bansal sir, to share his views.
Good evening, friends. Both the speakers, I congratulate them for giving the paper presentation. It takes a lot of courage to come here and speak on the stage. So they have done their job well. And I would like to say that regarding the first paper of Saida, so her topic was good, but I don't know how relevant it would be that accounting standards will help in fraud detection. Because in our institute also, we have specialized courses of forensic audit and fraud detection, and we are coming out with different accounting standards of forensic audit, which will help in the fraud detection. So it's a totally specialized field. So our general purpose accounting standards, whether they will help in fraud detection, I doubt, because when we do the audit also, we always say that as an auditor, we are not supposed to always be a bloodhound. We are not there to catch the fraud. But during our audit, when we are following the accounting standard, if any fraud is detected, then we have to report it. So our job is not to always go after the fraud, कि ये fraud हुआ ही है या नहीं. We have to do the audit as per the accounting standards, and if any fraud is detected, we have to report that. So the topic is good, but how far it will help, like how far it will relate to each other, I still doubt. Fraud detection or fraud prevention? Yeah, so fraud prevention also, accounting standard, I can say that it will only help, but it will, how much it will help, we'll have to check. Okay, so that was what my views were there. And regarding Ind AS, again, a good presentation by Rajeshwar. So although it is too premature because now only listed companies are required to follow Ind AS, and also with unlisted companies who are having turnover of more than 250 crores. So Ind AS as such is not implemented widely, but he has taken a bold step in telling us all about the Ind AS and how to implement it, and it is being implemented in stages. So it was a good topic that he has taken, and he has tried to explain the nitty-gritties of Ind AS and how accounting standards and Ind AS will help in the companies, and how they will help eventually to Ind AS can take the things forward, because then that way we will integrate with the world, because Ind AS is an internationally acceptable standards, and then our companies and world companies, the comparison will be very easy. So that way his also topic was good, and Saida has also done a good actually presentation. So I congratulate both of you. Thank you.
I request session chairman to present mementos to the paper presenters.
Thank you, sir. I now request Ms. Shraddha Kute, Vikasa Treasurer, to provide the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Siddhant. I think both the paper presenters were like really good at sharing their thoughts and whatever explanations they did. And even I believe that, of course, accounting policies and the disclosures play a major role, because if we all know recently, Deolite was penalized for not disclosing that Sun Pharma had not disclosed a related party transaction. So it's about accounting policies and disclosures only. So yes, they have a legal impact also on the accounting firms as well and the companies also. So they play a major part, and the session was really good. So I thank both the paper presenters also, and a session chairman C.A. Sachin Bansal sir also. Thank you, sir. We'll continue with the next session.
Thank you, Shraddha. Moving on to the last session of the day. But before we begin, I request all the students, if you're outside, please come and sit inside. We are having the most exciting session now. So anybody who is not present in the auditorium, I request you to kindly come in and sit.
If anyone is not present, they are missing the opportunity.
Students not present in the auditorium, kindly come and then sit.
Now, we will start our most awaited session of the day. Any guesses, guys? जनता कब गलत होती है?
To begin with, I request CA Sachin Bansal sir and CA Vaibhav Modi sir to kindly escort the guest for today. Arvind Bansal sir, Pritesh Shah sir, Nilesh Agarwal sir and CA Sumit Rungta sir to the dais. Sorry, it's Arvind Bhanushali.
I request CA Sachin Bansal sir to offer floral bouquet and memento to Mr. Arvind Bhanushali sir. I request CA Vaibhav Modi sir to present floral bouquet and memento to Mr. Pritesh Shah sir. I request CA Sachin Bansal sir to offer floral bouquet and memento to Mr. Nilesh Agarwal sir. I request CA Vaibhav Modi sir to offer floral bouquet and memento to CA Sumit Rungta sir. I request Sanya to introduce Mr. Arvind Bhanushali and Mr. Pritesh Shah.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you two remarkable individuals who have craved a path of success through their unwavering determination and entrepreneurial spirit. Mr. Arvind Bhanushali and Mr. Pritesh Shah, esteemed visionaries and the driving forces behind the Pentagon Group of companies, have emerged as prominent figures in the business landscape of India. With their headquarters situated in the bustling city of Mumbai, these dynamic entrepreneurs have built an empire that transcends boundaries and encompasses a diverse range of industries. Hailing from a modest background in the small town in Kutch, Gujarat, Mr. Bhanushali and Mr. Shah embarked on their entrepreneurial journey together in 2001, establishing their first venture in the telecommunications sector. Through 12 years of relentless dedication and unwavering commitment, they have successfully transformed their fledgling enterprise into a formidable business conglomerate. The Pentagon Group now boasts an extensive portfolio spanning various sectors that include international logistics, freight, telecom development and construction, hospitality, national distribution of FMCG and electronics, and the education sector. In a world embarked by constant change and ever-evolving markets, Mr. Arvind Bhanushali and Mr. Pritesh Shah continue to inspire and lead, propelling their company towards new heights of success. As we delve deeper into the achievements and the ventures of Pentagon Group, we invite you to join us on this extraordinary journey of exploration and discovery. Welcome, sir. I now request Siddhant Khandelwal to introduce Mr. Nilesh Agarwal, sir.
It is my honor to introduce Mr. Nilesh Agrawal, the National Sales and Operations Head at Pentagon Infotech for Harman JBL. With over 20 years of experience in various domains, Mr. Agrawal has established himself as a prominent figure in the industry. Mr. Agrawal's journey towards success began at Marathwada University, where he not only completed his studies but also achieved the remarkable feat of being the only student to receive a gold medal in accounts. His dedication and commitment to excellence set him apart from his peers. Continuing in pursuit of knowledge, Mr. Agrawal obtained a diploma in business management with distinction, laying a strong foundation for his future endeavors. In recognition for his outstanding contribution to the LPG sector, he was honored by the late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, sir, in 2003. Further, enhancing his expertise, sir has pursued an MBA in Marketing and Finance, demonstrating his multidimensional skill set. Additionally, he holds an LLB degree, expanding his legal knowledge and enabling him to navigate complex business landscapes effectively. Sir's commitment to professional development is evident from his pursuit of the highly prestigious CA exams. His diverse experiences also include serving as a 2-year executive magistrate in Jalna and being appointed to the South Central Railway Board Local Managing Committee. With his wealth of experience and wide-range skill set, Sir has consistently demonstrated his ability to excel in multiple domains. His leadership and strategic acumen make him a valuable asset to Pentagon Infotech and the Harman JBL team. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nilesh Agrawal, sir, a true visionary in the field, as we embark on an enlightening journey together.
Before we move ahead, I request Vasu Agarwal, our co-operative treasurer, to kindly join us on the dais.
I request CA Weber Modi sir and CA Sachin Bansal sir to offer a special token of appreciation to Vasu Agrawal for his commendable work in helping us in bringing us the sponsors for this event.
I now request CA Sumit Rungta to kindly say a few words.
Very good evening, everyone. I won't take much time of yours. So first of all, I thank ICI Pimpri on behalf of Pentagon Group of Companies for, allowing us to be over here. I am a practicing chartered accountant and been a part of this wonderful group. I would say only two things, as a chartered accountant to all my fellow CA students. Please take a note of all the guidelines and structures that has been given by today by all the panelists, since it is going to help you all a lot in clearing your exams and becoming a chartered accountant. India has a dream of becoming a $5 trillion country, and that is not possible without all of you. Being a chartered accountant, you all have chosen a profession which will give you a lot of professional opportunities. So wish you all the best for your journey and look forward to you all becoming a chartered accountants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's now the time that we all were waiting for. We are going to have the unveiling of the JBL code. I request Mr. Arvind Bansali, sir, and Mr. Arvind Bhanushali, sir, and Mr. Pritesh Shah, sir, to kindly come forward.
कोणाला द्यायचं हे स्वरांना
about the code.
गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी। ये जो आप लोग के सामने कोड दिख रहा है, ये कोड ज्ञान 15 स्पेशली आप लोग के लिए डिज़ाइन किया फॉर द अनलिमिटेड यूसेज। आप jbl.com की वेबसाइट पे जाइए, जो प्रोडक्ट आपको खरीदना है खरीदिए, कोड डालिए, यू विल गेट एन 15% डिस्काउंट। तो एंड कैच दिस, आपके लिए एयरबड्स है, नेकबैंड्स है, डेस्कटॉप स्पीकर्स है, एवरीथिंग इज देयर एंड इट इज़ एन अनलिमिटेड यूसेज। आप ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन है, आप कितनी बार भी यूज़ कर सकते हो उसका।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the students and for the GAN.
Thank you, sir. We'll now move ahead to the lucky draw. Before we reveal the names, if the person whose name is here is not present in the auditorium, the name will be disqualified.
Hello. I hope he's here. Shubham Mane. Shubham Danaji Mane is not here.
Disqualified.
Piyush Vishwas Jadhav. You there? Come on, come on.
have the first winner here. A round of applause.
Shripad Shelwar.
Next lucky champ is Nishal Konwar Rathod.
Once the names are announced, I request the students to kindly come to the stage a bit faster. Everybody else is
Chandrasekhar
excited.
Mahadev. Pradnya Surve.
Abhishek Unde. Dubey. Sonali Bopate. Is she there? Omkar Barbade. बड़े किसका लक लगता है देखते हैं। आकाश रामचंद्र यादव, आकाश यादव। बड़े बड़े गिफ्ट है। दीपेन वागम, दीपेन वागमशी।
Last winner is
तानिया छबलानी।
Congratulations to the winners. We have arranged for high tea at the cafeteria. An announcement for tomorrow. We shall begin at 9 and the breakfast will be available from 8 to 9. Anybody after 9 will not get the breakfast. So everybody please come on time tomorrow.
ऑल्सो गाइज ये आज बस ट्रेलर था, कल आपको स्टूडेंट किट भी मिलने वाली है, साथ में उसी के जो कूपन्स हमने आपको बोला था उस स्टूडेंट किट में वो सारे कूपन्स भी अवेलेबल रहेंगे। और फिर कल्चरल प्रोग्राम भी है शाम को, सो कल फाइनल डे है, कल भी अटेंड कीजिए, इट विल बी अ ब्लास्ट। वी होप टू सी यू टुमारो एज वेल। थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू।